Protecting your computer and our network are as important as putting locks in your own doors. Just as in home security, there are do's and don'ts of cybersecurity as well. Let's start with the cybersecurity don'ts. We all get comfortable and lazy or complacent, which leads to bad habits. These habits open vulnerabilities to put your computer and our network at risk. Let's go through a few of these. Don't have an absurdly easy password that involves your name or a significant date or other personal information. Although these things are easy for you to remember, these are also the kind of things that hackers guess. Think about what you are protecting. Do you really want to let someone in? Don't write down your passwords, particularly not in a notebook labeled passwords or on a sticky note attached to your computer. What is the point of having a password if anyone can find it? If you do need to write something down, give yourself hints instead of the actual password. It will steer you in the right direction should you forget your password without writing it down word for word. Don't allow a browser to remember all your passwords for you. You think you're being smart allowing Chrome to remember your passwords, but those are linked to your username. If someone gets into your Google account on a different device, they now have access to all your accounts, not just Google. Don't use the same password for everything. I know it makes it easier to only need to remember one thing, but if you use the same password for everything, you're making it easier for a hacker. Once they find one password, that's the first thing they're going to try when they use another account. Don't download things without the knowledge and permission of the IT department, particularly personal things. Even if you find you are able to install something without admin rights to your computer, don't do it. When you download things to your computer, particularly a program, you may be getting more than what you bargained for. Viruses, computer worms, and Trojan horses attach themselves to these things, and you bring those things down as well. Even lessons downloaded from places like Teachers Pay Teachers have been known to bring down viruses as well. Don't get click-happy when it comes to email. Follow the directions in the previous video. Look closely at the message. Does the sender description match that of the email address? Does the link match the display? Pay attention. Don't open attachments if you aren't expecting them, particularly from someone who shouldn't be sending it to you. Don't buy from a Facebook or other social media ad. If you see something you are interested in, go directly to a known store like Amazon to see if you can find it. Social media advertisements are often scams. Don't share your password, particularly don't email it to anyone. What is the point of a password if you're just going to give it away? Don't use your district email to subscribe to non-school related websites. Keep your personal and professional lives separate. Besides the fact that everything that goes through your email would be available via a FOIA request, when you no longer work for the district, that account gets deleted. On the same note, you should avoid using your district laptop for personal things, including shopping. That's a lot of don'ts, but I don't mean to be super negative. Let's talk about what you should do. Do follow password recommendations and guidelines. Having a long passphrase with varying letter types, numbers, and special characters will protect your accounts. Have fun with your password. Change your password regularly. Many systems will prompt you to change your password at regular intervals, 60, 90, 180 days. Do that. Don't change it right back to the old one. Do turn on two-factor authentication where it is offered. This is a verification system that sends you a one-time unique code to your cell phone or email to verify you are who you say you are. This is an added layer of security you'll find for particularly vulnerable accounts, like financial institutions. Lock or log off your computer when you walk away. You have a lot of information on your computer. If you walk away and leave it open, all of that is accessible to anyone who sits down. Locking your computer is as easy as pressing the Windows and L keys on the keyboard. Super quick. Do verify the address of a website you're visiting. Look for the HTTPS in the address bar when entering personal information. The S in the address assures that the website has an encryption system that will protect your personal information. Double check the sender of emails. Verify the display name and the email address match. Very often the sender will say one thing, but the actual email address is a generic Gmail or other account. Do go directly to a website when you receive a notification you need to update something. Don't click on a link in a suspect email. Many companies will not ask you to click on a link from an email unless you have specifically requested that email from the website. If there is a question about your account, they will direct you to go to the website and log into your account there, not via an email link. Do pay attention to the yellow banner indicating a message is coming from outside. In both your Outlook and Google emails, you will get a warning that an email is from outside the district. Pay attention to this, especially if the sender shows as being someone you work with. Do run Windows updates regularly. These may take some time, but these updates often contain critical security updates that will protect your computer. Additionally, some of the programming updates will help your computer to run more smoothly. Do shut down your computer daily. In addition to keeping your computer free from overnight vulnerabilities, it also allows your computer to rest and restore. Just like you need a good night's sleep to rejuvenate, your computer needs to shut down to release used resources in order to run more smoothly. Simply closing the lid or putting the computer to sleep does not do this. It needs to be shut down or at least rebooted. Do put a passcode on your phone and iPad. Your phone and iPad have access to so much information, including all of your contacts and emails. Chances are you're also doing banking and other personal connections on these devices. Leaving your phone laying around and unprotected is just asking for trouble. Do ask questions if you aren't sure if it's legit. It doesn't hurt to double check. Ask someone if you aren't sure if a message is real. Visit a website directly and verify your account. Do a web search about the contents of the message. Nothing is so pressing that it isn't worth taking the time to be diligent. If we all pay attention and do our part, we can keep our network and information secure.